Welcome everybody. What an interesting topic yesterday. We talked about Moldavite, we talked about demonic entities, we talked about CERN and the connection between those and other things. It got quite a good response, seeing as though I'm shadow banned, but I just thought I'd make a part two because of all of your fascinating comments, and really appreciate them all. I've got to say, your experiences are equal, if not more important than my message. So people should scroll down on that last video and watch it. It's done about 8,000, 9,000 views nearly thus far. That's pretty good for a day. Normally I'm lucky to get a few hundred since I've been shadow banned. So I don't know why that's happened, but I also scratch my head thinking, am I actually adding to the fear and creating more of an issue in this world? And that's why they've allowed it. I don't know. But I do know one thing. What I spoke about yesterday was from the heart and from truth and from experience. So whether it is or not, I don't know. But I'm not going to stop speaking my truth. And I'm going to do that now. I'm going to talk about a same kind of topic, but it's going to be a little bit in depth, more of a deep dive. I'm going to start with some of my clients' experiences, some of my own experiences, and we're going to go through a few things that might just make you think about all of these things, and we might even get to a point where it becomes conspiratorial and you think, this is too much. But maybe just think about it, sit down and think about it. These things I thought about many years ago, and it's good to share it with you now. But let's start by my experience. The first thing that I ever experienced in my life, and some of you will have probably gone through this, is that when you woke up in the middle of the night, you felt somebody was in the room. And there were times when you were just totally petrified. Now, the reason why you were petrified is because dark energy, entity, and demonic energy comes with a frequency that is the opposite to our frequency. And that is like, it's a fear-based frequency. So we go into fear as soon as that energy is near us. We feel it, and then we start creating fear energy. The second thing that they can do is come into us, and that means that sometimes you can lose your breath, you can feel paralyzed, you feel like somebody's pushing down on your chest, and there are times, and there have been times, that you actually physically get moved. These things do happen. So when you're in that presence, you have two choices. You either stay there and you're in that, or you run away from it. Me, I decided to run away from it. So every night, at round about 2 o'clock, my eyes had opened. I knew there was a spirit in this room. It was a very dark energy. It wasn't a good energy. And on a side note, one of the reasons that when I started doing my healing work, I started realizing that when I go to a house and the mother would say, my daughter's being attacked, when I witnessed what was going on, it was always around the heart area. And I realized the reason why this consciousness, this other consciousness of dark energy, it feeds from the soul, where the soul is. So it's going there to try and feed from it. So it's going to trigger you to feel the fear and then feed from you. And it's going to attach there. But they attach to different places. But that was a common thing. That's why a lot of children, a lot of adults say that they feel, somebody's pushed on your chest. So I used to jump out of bed, count to three, didn't have the courage, count to three again, count to three. I always remember doing this, 1, 2, 3, and I get the courage to run away from this spirit and run round and go into my mum's and dad's bedroom and sleep with my mum. I was petrified. My mum didn't know what to do. She was a Catholic. She had no idea. Thus I had to live through that till I was, I don't know how old I was. My mum died at 12. It might have been a year or two before, so it might have been through my, 5 to about 9, something like that. So the point being is, they like to attract like Monsters Inc. So they'll come into rooms. That's where Monsters Inc. comes from. Everything that you've watched on Hollywood is all a pre-program. It's a telegram telling you what they're doing. There's so many, if you watch Netflix, there was something called Strange Things. That is exactly CERN. That was CERN. showing you what CERN is doing, and they have to do that. This is part of whether they're taking the piss out of us, whether they're doing it for a laugh, or whether they're doing it for karma, whether they're doing it because, well, we told you, it doesn't matter, they do it. So I have Netflix because I want to see what's next, what they're planning next. And it's there to see. When your eyes are open, when you see it, you can't unsee it. And when you're watching these Netflix movies, whatever they are, you're like, yeah, there you go. Look, it's so annoying for anybody else watching a movie, and I don't even suggest you watch Netflix anyway, because it's not only a pre-program, they're trying to get you familiar with it. So it's okay. That's okay. Just don't worry about it. It's okay. But that's just part of what is called the Dark Ones, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, those that control and manipulate the world. But I wanted to talk to you today on the same kind of understanding where it comes from entity and why we behave the way we do, and why people go through, like we talked about the dreams, right? I could go in more detail in that, but let's move back from the dream state and let's talk about reality of day to day. So yes, when we go into dreams, we are without a doubt attacked from darkness, but we are also attacked through the day, and sometimes you don't realize you are, and that is the truth. It's horrible to say, but a healer can say, okay, you've got an attachment, or there's something in your energy. We call them many different things: attachments, entities, demonic energies. I just used to call them dark energies. Like, I didn't want to put too much emphasis on it. It's just a dark energy. We need to clear it away. First thing is, when you're feeling bad thoughts, you create an energy which is like a playing field for these dark entities, and it's like you've got a radio antenna at any given moment facing up, and they can attune to that, so they're all over the place, and now more than ever. So when you're thinking bad thoughts, that's what they're attracted to. That is like sugar, it's like nectar to them. So that's where they come and feed from. So as soon as you get upset, there's a great possibility that you need to get yourself back to happiness again. You need to feel joy. You need to not worry about things, and it's not easy, because the fact that dark entities know that that's what they feed from, dark entities will then encourage or manipulate those at the highest levels to cause more grief and problems. Now think about this. How many times have you switched your telly on and listened to beautiful, amazing, true stories of what somebody did that day to rescue somebody, to be kind to somebody, to do something wonderful, to make a difference, to create wonderful things, to help children, to help animals? How many times? Once in a day, once in a week, once in a month. Now ask yourself, what's being put on telly every day? Every day is who's dead, who's got shot, who's the bad person, what's going to happen to us, what the next issue is, what the virus is coming next, what the problems are in the world. Our world's going to be destroyed. Everything is systematically created by those by design to make you feel bad. Therefore, the consequences of you feeling bad is you're feeding entity. This is not rocket science. If you feel what I'm saying, it makes sense. That's why we say as healers, go for a healing session. We can clear them away easily. And I'm not selling you that. I'm just telling you that. If you don't want to do that, just get a bottle of water and put your love into it and spray it over you. That in itself is powerful. They call it holy water. Excuse me, mate. What do you mean holy water? What, because he's wearing black robes, but doesn't he rape children? No, holy water is intention. You put intention into something, just like Dr. Emoto. Study him. You put good energy into it, or right love, or right protection, and spray it over you. Amazing, amazing. Palo, Santo, sage, these three things. There's rosemary. You can keep going on, but you cleanse yourself, you cleanse your room. They can't come into that energy because that energy is pure, it's clear. It's like poison for entities and demonic, so they can't come into good energy. That's why healers know that before they start the work, they've got to create a good energy in the room, and healers never heal anybody else unless they're healthy and well. Oh, that's a good healer. Those healers that don't, then get good luck with that one. So the point being is, when I was a kid, as I grew up, I went through a stage of the psyops. So every generation, there's a psyop by the very manipulators of the world to test, but more so to get you into that frequency. So it could be the TV to scare you. It could be drugs. So there's always a drug for a certain year. Why? Because they know that once you intake a drug, which is, let's say, a party drug, okay, your energy then vibrates at that frequency of demonic, of attachment. So you're in a place that you think you're happy and wonderful, but what you've done is you've just opened yourself up. Your energy is now completely opened up. Why? Because you are not balanced. You have taken something that has just whacked you all over the place. You are no longer yourself, just like alcohol, just like, sorry to say guys, but big pharma medication, all the same. So I'm about 20 some years old, a late starter, okay, because I got married young, wanted into alcohol, didn't touch anything. Me and my wife separated, so I went into alcohol, and my best friend said, here, try one of these. And I don't want that shit, don't want it. And eventually I just said, oh, go on, then I'll take it. And I took one, never looked back. I was a Marmite raver, party quaver, followed Boy George, followed, all of the I went all over just dancing. I was on top of podiums in Love to Be every week, every weekend, dancing away, and I had a great time. But what I'd never mentioned to people is that when I got home, I was having to fight demonic entities all night. So I'll give you a great example. When you're on this kind of stuff, and like I said, CIA, FBI, all of these people that create this deliberately do it for this reason, to feed entity and make it stronger and more powerful. So you are now in bed, your eyes are closed, you can't sleep, then you get to sleep, then all of a sudden you open your eyes because somebody's in the room or somebody's somewhere in the house. So you get up and you walk because you think somebody's in the house, you're petrified, and then you wake up again, and then you go through the same thing 5 or 6 times, and then when you truly wake up, you're like you've just been fed from by entity. They've just fed from you all of those hours that you went through that. So here's a connection that nobody talks about. I don't believe. I could be wrong. I don't listen to many people, but just think about this. So you've got your recreational drug, which is doing that. And then you've got your drugs being given to you because, oh, he's not in a good place. We need to feed him drugs. Okay, he's a bit depressed. Oh, we need to give him drugs. Okay, so now he's on drugs. Now what does he do? He goes and shoots somebody. He goes into a school and kills everybody. He goes on top of the roofs and shoots somebody. Always on big pharma drugs. Why is that? Because these people who manipulate the world know this. So the more drugs they can pump into young kids, the more they're susceptible to these energies. Now, my understanding, and this is only my understanding and my belief system, is that these people who go and do these things were connected to darkness, were connected to entity, demonic energy, which is and always has been connected to the very monsters that run this world, that basically communicate with them and tell them what to do. So they will get voices telling them what to do. They'll tell them to do the worst things, and kids will do it. They'll just do it. Girls, boys, doesn't matter. Trans, whatever you want. Trans, he, them. If they're on medication, they're susceptible. They're open to the very same principles of you now are being manipulated and controlled by these messages that you have to go and kill somebody, or you hate somebody and you want to kill somebody. Imagine if the very darkness of Illuminati energy, dark energies, these people who, these energies that reside in these bodies, not like you and I, but they can manipulate the bad. They can tell, they can actually create the very energy that goes into those people to do certain things, coupled with frequency, coupled with, if you believe in this, which some people just might not even understand this, but there are companies over these past decades that have sophisticated, real sophistication under understanding frequency. understanding that they can put words, voices into people's heads, that then they will go and do something. So you've got a coupled energy of a kind of MK Ultra, or I believe it's the military industrial complex, just another part of them, and making people do things, coupled with the drugs and this demonic club, whatever you want to call it, that are controlling this world and manipulating this world through those in high positions. This is all connected. This is all connected to the soul, connected to darkness, all hijacking, all of the fear. Everything that's happening is causing great issue. And right now, there is a dual energy. Fear, Mark, yes it is, but listen, there's a dual energy. There's also a lot of light coming through as well. There's a lot of light coming through. Light means truth. Truth means awareness. Awareness means I am stronger than that. Once you know all of these things, guess what you're not going to do? You ain't going to take drugs. You ain't going to drink alcohol. These are two good things. I ain't going to take that doctor's medication. I'm going to try and do things healthy, right? Because why? Because of everything that I've just said. And therefore you are in control. That crazy guy with the stupid tops who talks bullshit, maybe he might be right. Maybe there might be something in there. That this house is not doing, I don't feel too good. What did he say? Sage yourself. Go and sage yourself. What does that mean? Watch my second most popular video, or third most popular video. It's called Cleansing Yourself, something like that, cleansing negative energy. I swear to God, right, if there is one, if you're feeling bad and you go and do exactly what that video tells you to do, you will change your energy instantly and you will go from negative thoughts to feeling better. Why is that? I thought you thought it was a mental thing. No, it's not a mental thing, because you feel better now. How does this guy know? Because this guy has been working on clients every day for 12 solid years. And I've seen somebody come in with depression. I've cleansed them. I've used rice. They've laid down. I've given them a healing session. They've got up and the mum said, "What did you just do?" She's like a different person. I said, "Yeah, we just cleared the energy." "Oh, but there's mental health." Well, there might be, because you're on tablets. I can't clear that unless you clear that out of your system. So I'm not saying because what we're going to get now is people saying, yeah, but. And you're saying, yeah, but, because I'm not answering your question. I'm not giving you what you want to hear. So there's going to be 100 messages after this, people saying, yeah, but. I can't help you if you're drinking. I can't help you if you're taking drugs, whether it's recreational or whether it's big harmer drugs. I can't help you. Nothing we can do as healers. We can't help that much. But if you start to change your ways and say, you know what, the less I drink, the better I feel. The less I take drugs, the less the crap happens to me. Weird things happen to me. The more you purify this body, the more you work on this beautiful bodysuit, which we call the temple. Once that temple is strong, it's like the rainbow. At the end of the rainbow is the pot of gold. The pot of gold is a representation of your bodysuit. So you have to clear your body. You have to heal your body. And once it's healed and you're eating correctly and looking after yourself and drinking correctly, you find that you become that pot of gold. You become like powerful. You glow with this beautiful energy, which is yellow. That's why they call it the pot of gold. It's so incredible. If you look after yourself, the answer to all of this fear that they're firing at us daily through the sky, through the black screen, through demands of what you should take and what you should eat and what tablets you should swallow, and the darkness forcing you to believe in the fear. So you become fearful. Once you just say that's all bullshit, not doing any of it, I'm going to live a healthy, happy life, which is the reason why you came here. Guess what? Worry, fear, depression all disappear. You don't worry about things as much. They disappear because they're not hanging around. You've cleansed, you've cleared yourself on a daily basis. You use wonderful things to help you along your journey. I use crystals and oils. Yeah, that's bloody stupid. Well, let me tell you something. Ain't that stupid when you're lying down and you're in severe pain, whether it's physical, mental, and emotional, and I put oils on you, I put cleanse you with sage, I give you a healing session, you get up. Not so funny anymore now. Are you feeling better? I've never felt better in my life. I feel inner peace. I feel it's gone. I feel it's all right. So you're okay now. So before that, this was all hocus pocus, but now you feel okay. So what do you think about that? Well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe you were. And maybe now you understand that there is another world. There's a world of healing and there's a world of healers. And I don't mean just healers. I mean people who care and love and try to help you every day by giving you information to say, look, maybe you should just try something else as an alternative. It ain't alternative. It's the original. The alternative is Big Harmer. That's alternative. That ain't what you came here to take. You came here to take Mother Earth. Everything Mother Earth grows is what's for you. And every single thing she grows from the ground is for your body, and it is a healing medicine. Don't ever let the dark screen manipulate you and make you eat shit and drink poison and take tablets which will absolutely send you all over the place so you'll never be your true self. Start to become healthy today and work on yourself. That is my message. You look after your body temple and start to listen to your consciousness, because your consciousness doesn't lie. It tells you when something's right, when you put it in your mouth, and when something's not right. You listen to yourself. If you don't feel good that day, there's a reason for it, and it's probably because what you've shoved in your mouth, or the people you're surrounding yourself, or the environment that you're in. Cleanse, clear, look after yourself, and I swear your life will change in just 3 months. After all what you've been through is now disappearing, and for the rest of your life you're walking a path of health and well-being, and you're loved, you'll feel loved, or the jobs will come, the love will come. Why? Because you're shining like a pot of gold. Have a great day.